Give me my 30 kilos back. I'll take that back any day, as opposed to getting on that medication. If I knew the potential risk, I would never have been on it.
There isn't much Jamie Lee hasn't tried to lose weight.
My entire life I was pretty much overweight. When I eat, my brain doesn't tell me that I'm full, so I'll just keep eating.
Nothing seemed to work, so when the mum of 3 hit her 30s, she turned to her doctor for help.
I just basically said to her, I need help to lose weight. I'm not happy. I'm the heaviest I've ever been in my life. What do I do?
She says her GP recommended Ozempic, the injectable diabetes drug, widely prescribed off-label for patients wanting to lose weight. Jamie Lee had high hopes and it didn't disappoint. She dropped 30 kilos over a year and a half.
Once you get on the scales once a week and you can see yourself dropping 1 or 2 kilos, you're like, great, it's doing what it needs to do, and, it's all looking upwards from here.
The drug semaglutide, commonly known by the brand names Ozempic or Wegovy, mimics the hormone GLP-1, which regulates appetite and digestion. The medications help people eat less, which makes them highly effective for weight loss. The short-term side effects include nausea, stomach pain, diarrhoea and constipation. The more serious risks can be kidney problems, pancreatitis, gallstones and thyroid cancer.
Got a little bit of nausea, a bit of diarrhoea, but then that was really it. I didn't really get many side effects in the beginning.
But in February, her health suddenly went downhill.
I had this excruciating pain in the right side of my stomach. Went straight to the emergency department. They ordered some scans and came back that I had a bowel twist and obstruction.
But when surgeons went in to fix the problem,
they couldn't find a hernia, they couldn't find a obstruction itself or evidence of an obstruction, and basically deemed it to be side effects of Ozempic. I was told by the surgeon at the time that I should cease Ozempic, which is what I did.
In August, Jamie Lee found herself back at the emergency department.
I had these, I described as a bit like contractions. Once again, I stayed at the hospital for another bowel twist and obstruction. They'd done an emergency gastroscopy this time and found nothing again.
And in October, a third bowel obstruction.
I strongly feel that it's the Ozempic because that's the only thing that can correlate to my condition. No health problems at all prior. Nothing of the sort that would make sense of what's going on now.
The medication is out of the system after 1 month and definitely 2 months. Any further bowel obstructions after that, you have to question whether that is related to the medication. As far as we know, there isn't anything that we would call a legacy effect, where you take the medication, it has a negative effect, and when you stop it, it is prolonged.
The Therapeutic Goods Administration, which regulates prescription medications, has received 698 reports of adverse events relating to semaglutide medicines. 578 of those are gastrointestinal disorders, including 12 obstructions. But these reports don't necessarily mean the prescription caused the problem.
It's a number of different factors that could contribute to an individual's risk, and it might not just be one thing, it might be multiple things. Or they might have underlying conditions that may increase their risk.
In October last year, the TGA began investigating reports of potential bowel problems linked to Ozempic. By May this year, it had added bowel obstruction to the product information for Ozempic and Wegovy, following the lead of the US. Experts say it's not unusual for new safety concerns to bubble up after a drug is already on the market.
From a real-world data point of view, we don't have longer than 4+ years at this point in time. So certainly in regards to long-term side effects, we still have an active monitoring system because these are relatively new medications.
About 6% of American adults take Ozempic or a drug like it. Thousands who've developed health problems, including intestinal blockages and gastroparesis, are suing the drug manufacturers, claiming they weren't properly informed of the risks.
The safety of the popular drug Ozempic is headed for a Philadelphia federal court.
Claims the manufacturers failed to adequately warn about the risk of gastroparesis.
My stomach was paralyzed. I could not tolerate anything.
1% of the population that takes this drug ends up with gastroparesis or one of these horrible side effects that literally just derails their life.
When you have an extremely popular drug used by tens of thousands of people at the same time, you do see the full range of adverse events are rising very quickly. And so I think this is what's given rise to this litigation over in the US.
Dr. Christopher Rudge says a repeat of the American class actions is possible in Australia, but wouldn't be easy.
Suing Big Pharma for negligence involves showing that Big Pharma owed you a duty to warn you of any potential side effects. The second step is you have to show that they breached that duty by failing to warn of any side effects. That could be if there was no warning in the public domain or the product information sheets didn't contain a warning. The third thing, and the most challenging thing for plaintiffs usually, is showing that the failure to warn caused you to have the personal injury, and that is difficult to prove.
Jamie Lee says she's looking into her legal options.
What people that are thinking that they're alone, they're not. They had to come forward and hold the manufacturers of Ozempic liable for failing to let us know that potentially this is the side effects that we may get.
Any adverse events should be notified to the TGA, and if it's an ongoing issue, it could be a very good option to seek preliminary legal advice.
The hardest part is not knowing when it's going to happen again, if it's going to happen again. My ultimate fear is, obviously not be here for the kids. If I turn back time, I would not have went down that journey.